Off the Field with the HBC, presented by Chick-fil-A. Visit our locations on Forest Drive and Two Notch Road for your tailgate feast. And by James W. Smith Real Estate at the beach. Ask about the Gamecock off-season special.
All right, Coach, I know big win, another big week ahead. Last week, you had this historic milestone of your 50th win here at Williams-Brice Stadium. What makes this place such a tough place for teams to come in and play?
Yeah, it was a neat week, Brian and Glenn. It was a huge game for us. We obviously didn't want to be 0-2 if we could help it. And East Carolina's a good team. They're a very good team. Won 10 games last year. Their program, their players, they came in expecting to beat us, and they had a good chance to. Fortunately, we forced them to kick a bunch of field goals. We had to kick a bunch ourselves, but Elliott Fry made all 4 of them, and we were able to have some long time possession drives and beat them 33-23. So it was a big win for us, and our fans were super. They've always been super here, and going into the Georgia game, I know Mark Rick, their coach, mentioned that it's a tough place for the Bulldogs to play because our fans do such a super job noise-wise. And I was thinking back, they've not scored over 20 points on us since I've been here in the 4 games. This will be the 5th one coming up. So hopefully all that will help us this week.
Coach, did the way this team had to struggle, was that a good thing for this team maybe, just to say, hey, this is the way it's going to be. We have to be at our best. Does that add to that a little bit? Well,
we know that. We know we're not as strong a team as maybe we were last year, year before. We've got to play well. To beat people, we have got to play well. We can't just show up and play average. And defense, we are a little bit different. We've got 3 different defensive linemen, freshmen starting at the defensive cornerback position. And so we are a little bit different over there. But they're getting better. And our linebacker play, I was asking Coach Bach, and we thought that was going to be the strength of our defense this year, and they've not played quite as well as I think they played at the end of last season. And they can play better. So we're looking for our linebackers to, pick up the pace. I think we're getting good effort from most of everyone, but we need to pick up the tempo and just simply play better, try to coach better if we're going to have a big season.
Well, let's change gears a little bit and ask you about the news from Connor and his little baby girl.
Well, we all knew Connor was having a baby, and beautiful little girl. Everyone's happy. It all went as expected, good health and so forth. And I got a feeling he'll be playing maybe before this season's over. I don't know how good a team Cleveland is, and I just know sometimes as a coach, if you're not winning, play everybody on the team, give everybody a chance. So hopefully he'll get a chance this year.
Staying with that, you talked about on your teleconference on Sunday, you were watching some NFL Gamecocks. After 1 week, what sticks out to you from the Gamecocks playing in the NFL?
Well, it happened to stick out last week when, of course, we were watching the Texans, and hopefully Jadeveon will be back after his minor knee surgery. But they had 3 defensive starters, Spurrier and also Jonathan Joseph, defensive back, and then Clowney. So it was neat watching those guys, and their defense was sensational last week, held the Redskins to 6 points. So, and then we got a lot of other guys out there. Melvin Ingram, he was playing the other night with San Diego, and Antonio Allen up with the Jets. Atlanta's got 2 or 3 of our guys, so it's neat to see them up there playing.
That makes you, and that's a proud thing to say. Hey, a kid can come here, get better, and make a career in the NFL. I mean, percentages are so low.
That's true, and of course they all want to play in the NFL, and of course then we have to give them examples of players that maybe left early and didn't make it, and you got to make good decisions. Right now, I think Victor Hampton's not on the team. Kelsey Quarles, I'm not sure if he is, and they could be back playing right now. So players got to make tough decisions on whether to go pro with a year eligibility or not. I don't tell them what to do. None of our coaches do. It's all an individual choice. So hopefully we can just give them all the information and let them make good decisions on that.
And one more shift here, and just ask you about, when Georgia comes to town, they'll bring a big, boisterous crowd. Our crowd will drown them out. Is that a big factor?
Oh, I think our crowd has been a big factor in our home winning streak. But obviously, the Texas A&M game didn't matter. We just couldn't slow them down, and offensively, we hit a few balls here and there, but we weren't very good either. So it was just a total game that we got out-coached, outplayed, and so forth. But our crowd was really into it. East Carolina game, I know they will be for the Georgia game also. So let's hope that can make a big difference.
And I also noticed that the students hung with you at A&M game. They hung with you this past week.
Yeah, they were there to the end. Yeah, and they should be there to the end. And this is a 3:30 game, so we really expect they'll be there all the way. And again, hopefully that'll make a huge difference for our team.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Okay, see you next week.
Off the Field with the HBC was presented by Chick-fil-A. Visit our locations on Forest Drive and Two Notch Road for your tailgate feast. And by James W. Smith Real Estate at the Beach. Ask about the Gamecock off-season special.